From cute animals to mischievous pranks, the Harry Potter franchise is full of feel-good moments that help us cope with all of the drama going on elsewhere. But which moments are the cutest? You're about to find out. Few friendships are more heartwarming than the one between Harry and good ol' Hagrid. Do you remember that time the hairy giant saved the boy wizard from 11 years of torment and neglect at the hands of the Dursleys? Sure you do.
You're a wizard, Harry.
That was a sweet moment for sure. But the best one came a few minutes earlier when he gave Harry his first ever birthday treat.
Baked it myself, words and all.
Thank you.
Now that looks delicious. But Hagrid wasn't finished celebrating Harry's birthday quite yet. After spoiling Harry with tasty baked goods, he got him the best gift of them all.
Harry, happy birthday!
Wow.
Harry and Hedwig became best friends too, and boy did they have a hoot together. Hedwig was always there to give the boy wizard some support whenever he needed it.
Who am I, Hedwig? What am I?
Right up until the end. Of course, Harry was just as generous as his hairy woodsman friend. Upon meeting Ron for the first time, the boy wizard decided to treat the always starving red-headed middle child to some unhealthy snacks.
Anything off the trolley, dears?
No thanks. I'm all set. We'll take the lot. Whoa!
And the giving didn't stop there. The train journey was when they bumped into another great pal for the first time, and she gave Harry something that he needed more than cakes and Honeydukes candy.
Oculus Reparo. That's better, isn't it?
And that's how the heroic trio was born. Harry, Ron, and Hermione shared a lot of sweet moments throughout the years, but there's one between Harry and Hermione that's particularly memorable, basically because it offered some feel-good entertainment during dark times. Let's be honest though, the Harry Potter saga is all about finding the virtues in the most unexpected places. Take the exchange between Harry and Luna in the Order of the Phoenix, for example. She's the only person who truly understands how much he misses his family, and she finds a way to get through to him with that ambiguous Luna Lovegood wisdom.
My mum always said the things we lose have a way of coming back to us in the end. If not always in the way we expect.
Luna is a constant source of joy in Harry Potter, even during the more depressing scenes. The gang's visit to her house in the Deathly Hallows ain't exactly a pleasant social call. But what is pleasant is the friendship mural displayed in her bedroom, which features Harry, Ron, Hermione, Neville, Ginny, and the rest of her Hogwarts pals. It's little moments like this one that reminded Harry and co. what they were truly fighting for.
Love, Harry.
Speaking of love, if you're a fan of the Harry Potter saga, you're most definitely a sucker for some romance. Fortunately for us mushy types, the franchise is full of fun love stories. Harry and Cho's smooching is adorably awkward.
Mistletoe.
Harry and Ginny's, on the other hand, is super deep and meaningful.
All right, close your eyes. That way you can't be tempted. Close your eyes.
However, while Harry might be the star of this franchise, his romances ain't the most exciting of the bunch. That honor goes to Ron. Heck, his relationship with Lavender Brown might even be the most entertaining storyline in Harry Potter. Of course, Lavender was just a distraction for Ron while he worked up the courage to be with his one true soulmate. Ron and Hermione's romantic journey was a slow burner for sure. It only took them 7 frickin' books to realize what the rest of us knew all along. But when it finally did happen, it was so worth the wait. Better late than never, right? Now, if there's one thing that's cuter than a first kiss, it's a well-executed, emotional cuddle. The Harry Potter movies and books are full of those too. Sometimes it's just a quick one before fighting the forces of evil.
You do it.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
Other times, cuddles are for reuniting with good buddies.
There's no Hogwarts without you, Hagrid.
Regardless of the intention behind the hugs, it's impossible to watch them without having your heartstrings tug. Don't even pretend you didn't cry during those scenes. That being said, one of the most powerful hugs in all of the Harry Potter stories appears in the Goblet of Fire novel. Following Harry's graveyard showdown with Voldemort and his minions, Harry gets sent to the hospital and is subsequently greeted by Mrs. Weasley. She tells him that he wasn't at fault for anything that happened that night and hugs him like she would one of her own sons. It's more of a bittersweet moment than a cute, sweet one, but it is magical because it reminds us that you don't need to be someone's blood relative to be part of their family. I wonder if this scene is what inspired the Fast and Furious movies.
I don't have friends. I got family.
Still, Mrs. Weasley probably preferred Harry to her own kids. He was polite, whereas her sons were no good pranksters who gave her plenty of headaches.
Fred, you next. He's not Fred, I am. Honestly, woman, you call yourself our mother.
Oh, I'm sorry, George.
I'm only joking. I am Fred.
I bet Mrs. Weasley couldn't wait to send Fred and George off to Hogwarts and get them out of her hair for a year. At the same time, she must have been worried about their antics getting them expelled. The movies don't spend enough time covering Fred and George's mischief in the grand scheme of things. In the books, they turned an entire corridor into a swamp and spiked some custard creams with the canary spell. Just don't remind poor Neville Longbottom about that last prank. Of course, Fred and George weren't the only two miscreants with a penchant for cursing baked goods.
I filled these with a simple sleeping draught. Simple, but powerful.
And guess who took the bait? Crabbe and Goyle deserved to be messed with for sure. Unfortunately, Hermione's sneaky potion prank came back to bite her on the butt in hilarious fashion.
Look at my face.
I guess you could say it wasn't a perfect polyjuice potion, but cats are still adorable, even the humanoid ones, so it wasn't all bad for Miss Granger. That being said, there are several cute and cuddly fantastical creatures in the wizarding world who deserve to be celebrated, but few of them are more majestic than hippogriffs. These magical creatures don't have time for hooligans.
Yes, you're not dangerous at all, are you? You great ugly brute.
But if you get on their good side, there's much fun to be with hippogriffs. Check out Harry having the time of his life. Hagrid knows all about adorable wild creatures more than anyone, but it's easy for him to relate to them since he's actually related to a big, beefy beastie.
He's completely harmless, just like I said. Little high-spirited is all.
Grop isn't cute in the conventional sense, but it's easy to sympathize with the big rascal since he has so much love to give. Hermione knows all about that.
Put me down. Now.
All he wants is some friends to hang out in the Forbidden Forest with, and he seems to take a liking to Harry and his pals. Of course, another creature who's fond of Harry is none other than Dobby. This enslaved, pint-sized critter breaks all of the rules to help the boy wizard out of some tough spots, so when Dobby's finally granted his freedom, it's impossible not to rejoice.
Master has presented Dobby with clothes. Dobby is free.
Did you see his cute little face there? If only we could muster up that kind of excitement whenever someone gives us socks as a gift at Christmas time. But do you know what else would be fantastic around the holiday season? Being at Hogwarts. That's what.
Happy Christmas, Harry.
Happy Christmas, Ron.
While most of the students spend it with their families, the ones who stay at the school manage to make the most of it. The Christmas dinner scene in the Prisoner of Azkaban book is a prime example. Even though the school was surrounded by Dementors at the time, everyone came together and celebrated the proper way. It also made for some interactions you just don't see every day, such as Dumbledore offering some chipolatas to a stressed first-year pupil named Derek. Of course, partying at Hogwarts was better when everyone was involved, and none of these big get-togethers were more glamorous than the Yule Ball in the Goblet of Fire. Even Mad-Eye Moody had a great time here, and he was a cranky old fart. Once you overlook the glitz, glamour, and all of the scrumptious grub that's synonymous with the Hogwarts get-together, however, you'll find deeper meaning. You see, Dumbledore always used these events as opportunities to share the inspirational message that lies at the heart of every Harry Potter story.
Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times, if one only remembers to turn on the light.
That's a message we can all learn something from. Now, if you want to learn about the dark side of Harry Potter, be sure to check out our video on all of the actors' criminal activities. Thanks for watching, Potterheads!